So it's Halloween time, and for a special treat this month, I thought I would show you guys a trick on how to turn any tune you already know in double C into a spooky version of itself. The thing we're doing here is transposing a tune you already know in C major to the minor scale, and it's actually surprisingly simple. This video is not intended to be heavy theory or anything like that. I just want to show you a few tricks, kind of show you the process of doing this, and I'll dig into the details of what's happening here in another video. But for this one, I just kind of wanted it to be a way to bootstrap yourself into some spooky tunes for the Halloween season. Maybe you haven't learned a kind of a darker sounding tune on the banjo yet, but this is a pretty easy method for turning any double C tune into a minor version of itself. And I especially like doing that because it's kind of fun to hear the difference in the difference that makes to a tune. It's basically the same tune, it's just kind of a twisted version of itself, a darker sounding version of itself. The tune I was playing to start this video is Soldier's Joy. And that's another thing I like about this, because it'll sound vaguely familiar, and I think that kind of adds to the eerie quality of doing this to the tune. Having said that, there's just a few rules to moving these tunes into minor, and let me focus in on that a little bit. Just a couple things to remember. Okay, so turning a major tune in double C into a minor tune. This tuning is especially well suited to this because it's neither major or minor to begin with. It really lends itself to moving things around this way. So the first thing to remember is any note you're going to play on the second fret, move it to the first fret. Hear the difference. That's a C major chord. That's a C minor chord. So that's one of the main moves here. Any note, anytime you play this second fret, just move it to the first fret. Okay? All right, on the second string, we normally play that open second and fourth frets, right, in major. So anytime you play this note on the fourth fret, move it to the third fret. Okay? Instead of, it becomes. Now on the third string, we're normally playing that open second and fourth fret as well, right? Well, on this particular string, you're going to move both of these down a step. So it's open, first, third. So any note you would play on the fourth fret, you would play on the third fret instead, and any note you'd play on the second fret, you move that to the first fret. Okay? And on the fourth string, it's the same as the second string. So copy what you did on the second string. Any note you play on that fourth fret gets moved to the third fret. So just to recap, first string, move that second fret to the first fret. Second and fourth strings, move that fourth fret to the third fret. Okay? Third string, move the fourth fret to the third fret, and move that second fret to the first fret. And these are all the notes of the C minor scale. But as long as you don't need to really know that, is just pick any tune you know in C major and keep those positions in mind. Make these moves and it'll sound spooky, and it'll sound you've transposed it to the minor scale. Okay? That goes for any tune. Soldier's Joy, like I played at the beginning. Arkansas Traveler. Okay, Arkansas Traveler. Spotted Pony, I mean, anything. That's a spooky Spotted Pony. So have some fun with that. It's a fun exercise. It makes it's kind of fun to hear what each of these, you know, kind of bright and cheery major tunes sound like when they're their kind of darker version of themselves. They all kind of have a different quality, and it's kind of neat to see what they sound like. Again, this works for basically any major tune you might play in double C. So whatever you know, give it a shot with. Just make those fret position changes and give it a shot. This is actually a really good thing to exercise beyond just making a spooky tune for Halloween. It really starts establishing the relationship between the minor scale and the major scale in your head. And kind of, you know, some of us have learned a few minor tunes in double C as well, like Sally in the Garden or something like that. But chances are you've probably learned it through tab, and you don't really, you're playing those positions because you learned them that way. You're not really making the connections between the two scales and what you're actually doing with that, why it's the minor scale and the major scale. So this gives you a way to sort of start wrapping your head around what's different about the minor scale as compared to the major scale. So have fun with it. Happy Halloween. Closing this out, I thought I'd see what a song like Cowboy Waltz sounds like in minor. It's kind of an elegant sounding major tune. You know, something like that. So let's see what making it minor sounds like as we finish up this video.